Anil Jain, Head of Investor Relations at Punj Lloyd Group, joins us on the line from Delhi. Anil, good to have you. Thanks so much for joining in. Okay, the good part and the bad part, I'm clubbing both of these together. It's been an impressive performance on the bottom line, 70 crores optically versus 62 crores. The concern really, if at all, comes in at the EBITDA level, wherein because of your contractor charges, I believe, going up some 60 or 70%, the EBITDA performance has been extremely weak. What happened in this quarter? Is this something that will sustain for the next couple of quarters, or EBITDA will come back into the shape immediately?
Good morning. See, actually, if you see the construction sector, see, everyone is struggling for the EBITDA margins. In fact, we know the reasons for that, the higher commodity prices and everything. So, but if you are noticing this trend of contractor charges being high, actually this is with an objective to limit down our liabilities. Right now we have started subcontracting on a couple of jobs, which not only restricts the liability, in fact that helps also in speedy execution of the project. And that is what has been some shift, and accordingly the material consumed or contractor charges have been coming down and subcontractor charges are going up. And as far as going forward, we are firmly of the opinion that the sentiment is improving, and we see a gradual improvement in the EBITDA margins going forward.
Anil, I just want to dwell on this point a little bit longer, because, just after eliminating the other income and the other operating income, your EBITDA at 7 crores, margins at 0.3%. I mean, sure enough that other companies are also facing the pressure, but this hasn't been a really good performance. I mean, the margins have been abysmally low. If you mention a gradual uptake, how gradual would this be? And let's take a 6-month perspective, maybe not in the Jan, Feb, March quarter, but in the April to June quarter. Where do you see your EBITDA performance looking like?
See, let me clarify some of your thoughts first.
Sure.
First of all.
Sure.
You mentioned about other operating income and other income. Let me clarify here. See, these income generally forms of FX gains and some other income which has been there for deconsolidation. See, 70% of our operations are international. So we feel that logically it should be forming part of my normal revenues rather than other income. Though as per the Indian accounting standard, we are constrained to classify it as other income. Secondly, we have deconsolidated in this quarter the Simon Carve things. And because of, again, some accounting standard issues, there have been some other income, but there has been some write-off also. So the net impact would be there. And the EBITDA margins, what you are seeing is actually taking care of both the things. But if we analyze and include that portion of Simon Carve thing, then the EBITDA margins are likely to be higher.
So how much higher?
Yeah. Actually, that's what Tanvi is probably trying to ask you. Let's put that into perspective. Apples for apples, what would Q3 EBITDA be to your mind? And what would it be maybe in the Jan, Feb, March quarter or in the quarter ahead?
See, we see it will be around 8% levels, because that is what we need to take it out. And we feel that this is the margin it is likely to be there in some couple of quarters also.
Right. Mr. Jain, if you also take a look at your expenses, for the quarter, they have been much higher due to doubling of contractor charges. Is there a sense, while you have indicated that that's been accounted for, is there a sense of that reducing going forward?
No, see, as we mentioned that there has been some shift in the strategies, so the contractor charges are not likely to be reduced. But having said that, material consumed and cost of goods sold charges are going to come down.
By how much?
So it will be a corresponding back-to-back impact.
Okay, but can you put it in terms of a number as to how much would the reduction be?
See, it is difficult to contemplate because we are working on so many projects. So the strategy is to move away from doing own construction to the subcontracting piece of work. So that is what I can indicate you as a trend. But to put a number would be slightly difficult.
Okay, what's the update on the Libya contracts and execution currently? I mean, are they back on track or will you see a slowdown?
See, as far as Libya is concerned, the civil and political unrest is almost coming to an end. The situation is getting stabilized. We have started having dialogues with the new regime over there. And in fact, for one of the businesses, onshore drilling businesses, we have got some very positive response. And probably in a couple of months' time or in a quarter time, we are going to kickstart one of our projects in Libya.
Okay, Anil, finally, the top line growth has been fairly okay this quarter. In fact, 2,700 uptick of close to 30% odd. I've seen over the last couple of months, you've bagged a slew of orders as well. You've been L1 in a couple of large orders as well. How is the order inflow situation looking like? What's the current order book essentially? And is there a sense of what you would do in terms of revenues for quarter 4, if not for the next 3 or 4 quarters, if you can tell us that much?
Okay. See, the current order book backlog as of now is 28,200 odd crores. And we have, because of our prudent bidding strategies and all, we have been able to diversify the number of businesses, and we have been able to get the diversify the geographical base as well. And that has paid the dividends, and that is being reflected in the good order inflow. In fact, the order inflow has been so far year-on-year is 30% higher than the last year order inflow rates.
Okay. And what would you do in terms of revenues for the next quarter? And adjusted for the other income, would this other income stay in the next quarter? And if not, would you be in the black on the bottom line?
See, we expect that as far as the FX gains and FX impact is concerned, that is going to be there, but not the really one-off matters. And we feel that probably in the fourth quarter, we are going to continue the trend, which we have reflected so far. So we are going to finish the year on a positive note.